Hello my loves, welcome back to my channel. If you're new to my channel, then welcome. My name is Marina. I do videos about fashion, jewelry, handbag unboxings, and basically anything fashion related, lifestyle related, makeup, and a bunch of goodies like that. If you have checked all those boxes, then make sure to subscribe to my channel and join our lovely community that we've created here. And speaking of which, today we're definitely doing a love it or hate it, I want to call handbag collection, because some people absolutely love the Chanel handbag collection videos and some people are like, I want diversity, I want to see other brands, different high and low pieces, and not necessarily Chanel. And I also kind of feel like Chanel has made its name with all the price increases and all the things that are going on, but we'll get into that. But before we do get into all of that good stuff and I share my lovely Chanel handbag collection, the current one right now, not to say that that's going to change or not, also hint hint, there is that. There are some handbags that I'm thinking about letting go, and as you guys know, I have been kind of revamping my handbag collection in general, and I believe in having less but more quality and great investments. I wanted to talk about a brand that I've been doing a beautiful collaboration with. Their name is Dossier, and I will put it up on the screen here, their page. They are a beautiful perfume brand, and their perfumes come in these bottles right here. And I always talk about my favorite scents for that season or for the month, and for this month I definitely have to say I've been loving the woody sandalwood, inspired by luxury perfume brand Le Labo. And that's the great thing about Dossier. They are doing a lot of their perfumes that are inspired by these beautiful luxury brands, but for the fraction of the price. That's another pro for Dossier. Their perfumes start from $29 to I believe $39. So I think it's a very, very fair price to try out these lovely classical scents. They also do come in small little samples. I don't have it on me right now, but yes. So if you guys want to give it a try, you guys always can. And if you guys don't like it, you guys can always return it back to them. They do have like a trial period. I have been loving their perfumes. I'm wearing it right now. It's just so beautiful and the concentration is amazing. Okay guys, so I'm not gonna keep you guys waiting anymore. Thank you for sticking around for that lovely little segment there. Let's talk about Chanel and my Chanel collection. I wouldn't say my Chanel collection is the largest collection. I think I have almost all the beautiful handbags one would want from Chanel, from the sizes and styles. But like I said, there are a few that I'm thinking of letting go of. And of course, there are a few that are new to the collection. But before we start, I know, I will start, don't worry, I will share it. But if you guys don't want to hear all this, you guys can fast forward it straight to me showing them to you guys. But this is kind of like, you know, a chit-chatty, friendly, let's share opinions and share my bags and all of this good stuff. So for all my Chanel lovers, you guys know there's been all these things going around, minus the fact that there were all these price increases one after the other. I mean, it was really quick, happening very fast, and they weren't small price increases. So you can, you know, definitely notice it, and kind of, I feel like a lot of people were in the position of like, do I stop purchasing from Chanel, or do I limit my purchasing? What do I do? Or do I grab all the pieces that I need, or all the iconic pieces that I feel like will make up my collection and kind of, I don't want to say hoard away, but kind of, you know, it's just seemed that way for a second for that community. For all the, you know, Chanel lovers, or like, you know, even women who have been collecting to buy their favorite pieces. Like I know I've been doing that, and then being told that this handbag is now way more than you expected. So I feel like there were a lot of things going on with that, and then now we're getting news that you're going to be put on a wait list for handbags. And if you're not on the wait list, especially for the classic pieces, you just might not be able to see them or even get your hands on them. Which is, I mean, you know, it kind of depends on the location. It depends on the essays you're working with, if you have essays or not. If you don't, I do suggest getting one, because you just never know how far Chanel is gonna push this. They're really trying to clean out the resale market, which I don't know if that is really going to work, because I feel like the resale market is there and it always will be there, especially if we're buying pieces, then, you know, we're outgrowing those pieces or they're just not our style anymore, or we do want to let it go and then purchase another one. I truly believe in that process, so I don't know what exactly Chanel wants to do on that end. Now, speaking of another thing that they have released recently, which I don't know if it's like partially rumor, but partially reality. And it could be for, again, different areas, different things. For me, I haven't heard that yet from my essay. He's been offering me handbags and, you know, letting me know what the list of it is. Of course, yes, he is telling me you need to like sign up for it. And, you know, if you want that handbag or not, you still have to like kind of sign up ahead of time and put your name on a specific handbag that you want, especially the classics. And I don't think it's that because they don't have enough inventory. They just don't want the market and the streets to be filled with Chanel bags. Odd, right? I mean, for years and years, this is what's been happening. So I mean, I don't know how much of that will work for all our Chanel addicts. Including me. I'm in that list, don't worry. But yeah, that's where it's at. I haven't really had that issue. Oh yeah, and the mentioning of like you can only have one classic Chanel flap or one of the classic styles each year, which I think is like, you know, pretty kind of reasonable depending like what you're planning on buying that season. If you see another bag you love, it's kind of not fair, and it's kind of fair. I don't know. It's confusing. But why don't we just jump into my collection? I'm going to start off with my smaller bags and then go up. And speaking of small bags, I'm going to show you guys a smaller piece, and I wouldn't say this is like an SLG or a bag, but I just wanted to share because it was part of my Chanel collection, and I do kind of look at it, as silly as it sounds, I do look at it as a bag, okay? Let me show you guys. Some of you guys have probably guessed, and if you have watched my other videos, you guys know what this might be. So this is the belt, and this is the tiny, cute little belt bag, okay? Now, I wouldn't say this is a bag, but you can definitely, like, you know, hold it like this. You can hold it like this and be cute at a cocktail party if you don't want to hold something huge. And then love the fact that, you know, it goes on this beautiful iconic belt, which has the beautiful leather detailing going in the chain, and it is caviar leather, which was what made me fall in love with it. Even this tiny little waist bag, you can call, or coin purse or card holder, and it has a lovely burgundy color inside, and this one still comes with, like, you know, the little code inside, and also the little card here, and it comes in like this little baggie. So, you know, it's a beautiful Chanel piece. It is a classic piece for me, again, although it's very tiny, and you probably will be able to fit like maybe several cards and maybe like small perfume. I mean, you can really make it work. I feel like with women, we can figure that out. Like, no worries. The essentials, we can make it work. Like, you can put a little perfume in there, some cards, and you can probably even fit a lipstick. I'm not sure. Don't quote me on that, but I think the possibility is definitely there on that. Okay, so that is my beautiful little purchase, which I purchased this year, actually, with another purchase that we'll talk about. If I would have to guess, I don't remember, but I think this one is my small classic flap. Well, not small, sorry. I mean, the mini classic flap in raspberry color. Wow. This bag has definitely come a long way, and it's still in amazing shape. I really took great care of it. It has the silver hardware. It was my very, very first Chanel handbag, so it was a special one. It still is, and I love how it has that lighter raspberry pinkish tone inside. It is coming off a little bit more bright than it is. It's not as bright. It's more of like a softer raspberry color rather than, I feel like it's showing as like a little bit of a hot pink close to red, and in reality it's not like that. It's more like a lipstick color. So if you knew about this, this was one of the most wanted colors and handbags to have. It is so beautiful, but I don't know what's going on. I'm not really reaching for it a lot. Love the chain, and honestly this quality cannot be compared to the Chanel bags that we purchase currently, or the classic, you know, minis that we currently purchase. This one is, the quality is extremely high on this bag. And yeah, and this one still, you know, it came with the card back then. It was my very first purchase. I forget if it was like 2018 or 2019. I think it was 2018 that I purchased this bag. But look at this, so beautiful. She is my baby. Yeah, that's the beautiful raspberry color mini flap, which I haven't really been utilizing so much. I don't know if it's like so much the color that is just, we'll talk about that. We'll talk about it. Jumping into another mini. Ta-da-da-da. This is so exciting. It's always exciting to pull out Chanel bags from their bag. This, my loves, is from the 21K, not the 21B. Correct me if I'm wrong though. Beautiful metallic. It's the best combo. I haven't, believe it or not, I have not worn this handbag. I just haven't. I don't know what it is. It's like, yeah, I haven't worn it. It's brand new. I love the chain, but I have to say the chain on this one is, I don't know if it like seems a little longer. It is kind of longer, and it does kind of twist and turn around, so you have to kind of adjust it, versus the caviar leather doesn't really do that so much. And I feel like with each leather it's just different. And gunmetal gray inside, and it has a chip because it is from the newer collection. It is a phenomenal piece. The combination of the hardware and the colors generally, I mean, it's, and this is, you know, silver, gunmetal, all of these colors, gray tones are definitely a very popular color for this this year and fall season in general. So if you guys are thinking about buying handbags, you will see a lot of this in the market, especially for Chanel. I did have my eye on silver color from this upcoming collection, and I'm going to talk about that in another video. So yeah, this is the beautiful. Oh, and by the way, you know, the classic mini flaps are no longer going to be coming in caviar, so this one that I have is basically a 1 in a million piece going forward now, unless they decide to create those again. I don't know why they stopped doing that, but I am a little upset because I do love the minis in caviar, but I feel like because of the way the leather is here, it's like, it's not a fragile leather and it looks nice. It doesn't look flat. I feel like the other ones, like the black colors or like the other colors, they just look flat. They don't have any texture to it or any design, but this one is just amazing. This one I would definitely have to say is not a typical bag for me. I usually gravitate towards, you know, very edgy pieces nowadays, or very beautiful contemporary styles and or classics. This is kind of girly, I would say, for me, and just not your typical classic piece. And but in a way it's a classic. That is why I couldn't say no to this beautiful, beautiful, beautiful bucket bag. And what I fell in love with this bucket bag was the caviar leather, and the craftsmanship on this particular bag and design is phenomenal. Like I've mentioned before, Chanel wasn't doing so great on some of the bags. They're not all kind of created equally. As you know, they are handmade and the quality was just starting to lack. I don't know if they've kind of picked it up from now on, but yeah, I felt like, and it's just like, you know, big like opening inside, and you do have like a little slip like pocket in here with like a little opening. I don't know if you guys can see, but yeah. And this one also comes with the chip, which is right there. And it comes with this clasp, which doesn't really do much. It's not the strongest clasp. And of course, I love the chain going all around. A very classic style, timeless piece, as they call it, with a little pocket on the back. And this is the lower part. Very beautiful. You know, it's just like, you know, the Chanel, it is a Chanel classic style. It does have like that beautiful flap design here in the front, which, you know, of course reminds us of the classic flap, which is what I fell in love with. And I absolutely love the fact that it's not like chain and leather going all around for the strap. You do have a nice thick strap on the top, and this over here, I don't think it's like necessarily meant to be twisted, but I do kind of like that twisted style, so sometimes I'll do it like this. I don't even think it's like fully aligned. Okay, and this is a little too much flipped, so yeah. This is the beautiful, iconic, classic bucket bag. But again, there is always like this hesitation for me when I look at this bag. I'm like, how long am I going to love it? It is a classic. It is a great investment because it is a timeless piece. And with this, although it's not, you know, the classic flap, it does still have the characteristics of it. And I definitely do think it has value. So yeah, this is a beauty and a keeper for now. This bag is an iconic piece for me, and the reason why it's an iconic piece for me is because Carl was the one who designed it. It was his last design and it just blew up. So if you guys know, then you guys know it's the Chanel 19 flap bags, and this one is in the large size. And I did have this bag in the maxi, although I just felt like that was not doing it for me, and it was just too pillowy for me, and it was very big for my body type and what I was looking for at that time. And then I saw the large and I fell in love with this. I felt like it was large enough but not too big where you're like, I feel like it's like taking over my whole body, which right now, by the way guys, we're going into that trend, so I'm like absolutely loving it because I do love large handbags, and not because it's a trend, I've just always loved it. And even when I look at it, like all the small handbags I've bought, I usually wear it in the summertime, which is, you know, when you would wear it. And of course, being that it is a trend right now because it's winter to have these oversized bags, but not to say that it's not really coming back heavily now. That is what we are going towards. And it has a nice pocket here. And I think I have like a bunch of stuff inside, so excuse me. I was really worried about this part here for it to get scratched, but I think it did pretty well. And then it's like a really nice red color in there, which is so beautiful. It is a classic. I think Carl did such a great job creating a classic, and what I fell in love with it was this just reminded me of, like, you know, 80s and 90s, and it was everything kind of mixed together with these big bulky chains and a very like pillowy. I've noticed there has been like this love and hate relationship, and a lot of people are like, it's just so like slouchy, it just looks blah, but this is, I think this is what the style is. unless like people are falling out of love with it, that's something else. But the leather especially will be more slouchy, and over time probably, yes, it might get slouchier. And of course it all depends how you store it. Now if you don't like the leather but you do love this style, you can always go with doing the cloth materials that they have and the tweets that they have, which I think are so beautiful. I would, but I feel like for me at the moment, I'm really happy with one Chanel 19 bag. I was recently thinking of purchasing the cream color of this, and then I decided, nope, I'm not going to do it. It just didn't seem like me, and I didn't feel gravitated towards it. It was just the Chanel 19, which is like a smaller one of this, which by the way, I have been loving that size more than this, but still I feel like this takes the cake. So yeah, the chain detailing here, as you guys know, there was like the tarnished gold and the gunmetal. Well, some say tarnished, some say aged gold. The gunmetal, the polished one, and the unpolished one, an aged one. So the pros on this is that this is an iconic piece by Carl. I'm not sure if, you know, anyone will ever design something like this again, and if they do, they're going to take it, you know, from this style. And just love all the details, even the CC with the woven leather and chain look there. It's a very, very iconic, classic Carl design. The only downside is that the chain does tend to kind of wear off the colors here and there, but I mean, with any handbag that you use a lot, that will happen. And it is a bit of a, you know, heavier bag, but I do love the way that you can really wear this so many ways. Okay, I think we talked a lot about this bag. Speaking of iconic pieces, this one has to definitely take it all. This wins above all. It is my all-time favorite classic double flap small in this beautiful ivory white, whatever you want to call it. It's not like super white and it's not a cream, so it's like this perfect white color, I guess we can say. A classic. If you were able to get your hands on this beautiful white color, wow, bravo to you. And I love that it's a champagne gold hardware. It's just so subtle. It's beautiful. If you are able to take good care of it, then it will last you very long. When I opened the inside of this handbag, I absolutely fell in love with this. And it's my all-time favorite. And I love how there's a contrast between the outside white color and the inside white. And this is how the inside is. It's just so beautiful. Has a pocket there as well. I think I've been wearing it really good, but it does kind of need a little bit of cleaning because I've worn it a lot this summer, and I'm a little concerned that I might need a little bit of cleaning and just maintenance to keep it going. I feel like with colors like this, you have to maintain it. The minute you feel like it's getting a little dirty, just maintain it as soon as possible. My video literally just got cut off because my memory was full, but as I was saying, just you know, maintain your handbag, especially if it's a classic piece or they're lighter colors. Just always kind of take care of it before they, you know, get that color too deep in, and then you can't do anything about it. Okay, so that was my last piece from my full Chanel handbag collection. Comment down below what you guys think, if you guys loved it, but we are not done with the video yet. I do want to talk about some of the pieces that I might be letting go of and why. So one of the pieces that I will be I was thinking of letting go of was my raspberry classic Chanel. I'm talking while I'm putting this back. And the reason why I was thinking of letting go of that was because I felt like the color was just not me, and I didn't really see myself reaching for that color anymore. Sorry, I think it's a little crooked. Okay, better. I just wasn't seeing myself reaching for that color anymore. I didn't feel like I was really loving the small classic flaps. So with that said, I'm also thinking of selling the metallic brand new classic flap that I just recently purchased. I haven't worn it yet, so whoever gets it will probably be very happy, and yeah, they're gonna get basically a brand new bag and a special piece. But it's not set in stone. I'm not 100% sure, but I was thinking that I might be letting go of either one of those bags or two of those bags. And shockingly, I was also kind of debating my Chanel 19, but I mean, that is an ultimate classic. Just been kind of upset about, you know, the fact that the hardware, and I'm not getting much wear out of it because it's a little bit heavier. The bucket bag was also truly not my style fully, but again, it's a gorgeous piece. I do have a lot of thinking to do, but the two minis, for sure one of them is going. Like, I think one of them is definitely gonna go. I have to let it go. I'm not wearing it. It's just not fair. So yeah, that basically concludes this video. Please comment down below. Let me know what you guys think about this video. If you guys love this video and want to see more of these types of videos, then please give me a thumbs up and comment down below what you guys think. I always love hearing from you guys, and I will see you guys soon. Love you guys all. Bye.